in the quiet stillness of the night. When the world slows its pace and the stars begin to twinkle in the vast expanse of the heavens, there is a sacred moment reserved for reflection, gratitude. This is the time for the night prayer before going to bed, a ritual that transcends cultures, faiths, and generations, uniting hearts in a universal language of hope, peace, and surrender. The night prayer is not merely a recitation of words. It is a journey of the soul, a gentle unwinding of the day's burdens, and a preparation for the rest that awaits. In this narrative, we explore the essence of the night prayer, weaving a tapestry of introspection, devotion, and serenity as we delve into its significance, its practice, and its transformative power. As the day draws to a close, the hustle and bustle of daily life fade into the background. The lights in the house dim, the bed, with its soft sheets and plump pillows, beckons, promising rest and renewal. But before surrendering to sleep, there is a sacred pause, a moment to connect with something greater, to lay down the worries of the day, and to seek solace in the presence of the divine. The room becomes a sanctuary. Perhaps there is a small table beside the bed, adorned with a candle, a holy book, or a simple keepsake that holds personal significance. The air is filled with a sense of calm, as if the universe itself is holding its breath, waiting for the soul to speak. This is the setting for the night prayer, a space where the heart can open and the mind can find peace. The night prayer before going to bed is a practice rooted in ancient traditions, yet it remains profoundly relevant in the modern world. Across religions and spiritual paths, the act of praying at night serves as a bridge between the temporal and the eternal. It is a time to reflect on the day's events, to seek forgiveness for shortcomings, to express gratitude for blessings. In Christianity, the night prayer, often referred to as is a liturgical practice that concludes the day with psalms, hymns, and prayers. It is a reminder of God's protection through the night and a surrender of one's cares into His hands. In Islam, the Isha prayer, performed after twilight, is a pillar of faith, a moment to seek Allah's mercy and guidance before sleep. In Judaism, the bedtime Shema is recited, affirming faith in God and seeking His guardianship over the soul. Even in non-religious contexts, the night prayer can take the form of meditation, affirmations, or quiet reflection, offering a way to process emotions and find closure for the day. The significance of the night prayer lies in its ability to anchor the soul. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, the act of praying before bed provides a sense of stability and purpose. It is a reminder that no matter what challenges the day has brought, there is a greater force at work, guiding and sustaining us. The night prayer is an act of trusted declaration that, as we close our eyes, we are not alone. The practice of night prayer is as varied as the individuals who engage in it, yet there are common threads that weave through every tradition. It begins with intentional conscious decision to set aside time for communion with the divine. This intention transforms the act from a routine into a sacred ritual, infusing it with meaning and depth. Before beginning the night prayer, this might involve washing the hands or face, a symbolic act of cleansing that mirrors the purification of the heart. Some light a candle or incense, creating an atmosphere of reverence. Others sit quietly for a moment. The goal is to enter the prayer with a clear mind and an open heart. The night prayer often begins with reflection. What challenges tested patience? Were there times when words or actions fell short of one's values? This reflection is not about dwelling on guilt, but about acknowledging the human experience in all its complexity. It is a chance to learn, to grow, and to seek forgiveness where needed. For example, a Christian might reflect on the words of Psalm 139 to 23:24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. A Muslim might recite a dua asking for forgiveness, such as, O Allah, you are my Lord. There is no God but you. I seek your forgiveness for my sins, and I ask for your mercy. In a secular context, reflection might involve journaling, or silently reviewing the day's highs and lows, setting intentions for tomorrow. Gratitude is a cornerstone of the night prayer, a way to shift the focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Even on the most difficult days, there are moments of grace, a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset. By naming these blessings, the heart is lifted. A Jewish practitioner might recite the words of the Shema, O Lord, for the gift of this day. A Hindu might offer gratitude to the divine in the form of a mantra, such as Om Shanti, invoking peace and thankfulness. In a non-religious practice, speaking them aloud or writing them down. The heart of the night prayer is surrendering, act of letting go and entrusting oneself to the care of the divine. This is the moment when worries are released, fears are calmed, and the soul rests in the knowledge that it is held. Surrender is not passive. It is an active choice to trust, to believe that the night will bring rest. In the Christian tradition, the Song of Simeon, Lord, now let your servant depart in peace according to your word. In Islam, a common supplication before sleep is, In your name, O Allah, I live and die. For those who practice mindfulness, surrender might mean visualizing the day's concerns floating away like leaves on a stream, leaving the mind clear and calm. Many night prayers include a request for protection, both physical and spiritual, through the hours of sleep. This is a recognition of human vulnerability and a plea for safety in the face of the unknown. The words of the prayer become a shield, enveloping the sleeper in a sense of security. A popular Christian prayer for protection is, Keep me safe, O Lord, through the watches of the night, and bring me to the dawn in peace. In the Islamic tradition, a secular version might involve a simple affirmation, I am safe, I am at peace, I am protected as I rest. The night prayer concludes with a sense of completion, a gentle sealing of the ritual. This might involve a final blessing. The act of closing the prayer signals to the mind and body that it is time to rest, that the soul has been tended to. For those seeking a specific prayer to recite, the following is a universal night prayer, adaptable to any faith or belief system. It incorporates the elements of reflection, gratitude, surrender, and protection, and can be spoken aloud or silently, alone or with loved ones. O divine light, your source of all love and wisdom, I come before you in the quiet of this night. As the day draws to a close, I reflect on all that has been moments of joy, challenges faced, and lessons learned. Forgive me for any words or deeds that fell short of kindness, and guide me to grow in compassion and understanding. I am grateful for the blessings of this day, for the breath in my lungs, the love in my heart. Thank you for the small miracles that light my path. Even in the darkest moments, I surrender my worries and fears into your care, trusting that you hold me through the night. Grant me peace as I rest, and fill my dreams with hope and inspiration. Keep me safe, O Divine, through the hours of darkness. Watch over my loved ones, my home, and all who sleep under your sky. May I awaken with a renewed spirit, in gratitude and trust. I rest in your embrace. Amen. This prayer can be modified to reflect personal beliefs, incorporating specific names for the divine, or adding verses from sacred texts. It is a starting point, a framework for creating a practice that resonates with the individual. The night prayer is more than a ritual. It is a transformative act that shapes the mind, body, and soul. Its benefits are both immediate and cumulative, offering solace in the moment and building resilience over time. The act of reflecting on the day allows for emotional processing, helping to release pent-up feelings of stress, anger, or sadness. By naming these emotions in the presence of the divine, they lose their power to overwhelm, becoming part of a larger narrative of growth and redemption. Gratitude further amplifies this healing, shifting the focus to abundance and fostering a sense of contentment. The night prayer clears the mind, creating a space for restful sleep. By surrendering worries and entrusting them to a higher power, the mind is freed from the cycle of anxious thoughts that often disrupt sleep. Studies have shown that practices like prayer and meditation before bed can improve sleep quality, reduce insomnia, and enhance overall mental well-being. At its core, the night prayer is a conversation with the divine, a moment of intimacy that deepens one's spiritual life. Whether one believes in a personal God, a universal energy, or the power of the self, the act of praying fosters a sense of connection to something greater. This connection provides comfort, purpose, and a reminder of one's place in the cosmic order. The body responds to the calm and peace of the night prayer, entering a state of relaxation that prepares it for deep, restorative sleep. The slowing of the breath, the softening of the muscles, and the quieting of the mind all signal to the nervous system. Over time, this practice can lower stress, hormones, improve immune function, and promote overall health. To illustrate the power of the night prayer, let us consider a few stories fictional, yet rooted in the universal experiences of those who practice this ritual. Anna, a single mother of two, each night, after tucking her kids into bed, she would sit by her window, a small candle flickering on the sill. She began her night prayer with a sigh. "God, I don't know how I got through today," she would whisper, as she reflected on the day's challenges: a spilled juice box, a late work deadline. Her gratitude came easily. By the time she closed her prayer, Anna felt lighter, as if the divine had taken her burdens and wrapped her in peace. She slept soundly. Malik, a young man studying abroad, struggled with homesickness and the pressure of exams, far from his family. Kneeling on a prayer rug, he recited the familiar words, feeling a connection to his faith and his loved ones across the ocean. After the formal prayer, he would add a personal dua. "O Allah, ease my heart and guide my steps." The act of surrendering his worries about grades, about fitting in, about the future allowed him to sleep without the restlessness that had plagued him. Over time, Malik noticed that his anxiety lessened, replaced by a quiet confidence that he was never truly alone. Sarah, an atheist with a love for mindfulness, created her own version of the night prayer. Each evening, she sat cross-legged on her bed, a journal in hand. She would write 3 things she was grateful for: a good book, a warm meal, a kind word from a stranger. Then she would close her eyes and visualize her worries as balloons floating away into the night sky. "I am enough," she would whisper. This practice became her anchor, helping her navigate the uncertainties of life with grace and resilience. These stories, though unique, share a common thread: the night prayer as a source of strength, healing, and hope. Whether through formal religious practice or personal ritual, the act of praying before bed transforms the ordinary into the sacred, the fleeting into the eternal. As we conclude this exploration of the night prayer, it is worth pausing to imagine the countless souls across the globe who, at this very moment, in a village in Africa, a grandmother whispers a prayer for her grandchildren's safety. In a bustling city in Asia, a student recites a mantra for clarity and focus. In a quiet suburb in Europe, in every corner of the world, the night prayer weaves a tapestry of connection, reminding us that we are all part of something greater. The night prayer before going to bed is a gift, a moment to pause, to breathe, to reconnect with the divine and with ourselves. It is a reminder that no matter how heavy the day has been, there is always a place of refuge, a source of light, a promise of rest. As we close our eyes and surrender to sleep, we do so with the assurance that we are held, that we are loved, and that the dawn will bring new possibilities. May your nights be filled with peace, your prayers with sincerity, and your heart with the knowledge that you are never alone.